Got one more for you. It's been stacked on me. Seems like everyone else is dealing with. What's this within's apart? Yeah. What's with? What's in? What's apart? I don't know shit about that. If we're there, we're there. And it's separate. Well, I guess we'll deal with it. So everybody fucks us over. Everybody's there, sucking up to us. But really, when it comes down to it, looking at others, that yeah, with hands apart, they just got it easy, perfect. They're it all the way through, and their partner ain't me. They're me, and they ain't got me, but they are me, separate from me, and what? What? So what's division? Division is for fucking faggots. Be nice about it. Who's scared? When the pipe comes, to put it this way, from Johnny Meyer from 313 Center Street. A piece never had. How's that go? There's a piece never accepted as a piece never had, something like that. In the moment, if it's offered, you fucking do it. You're always there. Who's fucking skating around? Be like, well, it's between here and there. It is, but it's not. I'm trying to control things. Trying to. And control. What the fuck is... Fucking, you just dive right in. But where's that get anybody, right? When you look at the whole space of things, of course, that leads you to trouble. At least that's what those with experience would say. At the same time, had those that just had the perfect experience, just like we're there. They're already there. And they never look back. And even later on, they can explain about the experience like, I'm so lucky. Oh, look what God did for me. And they don't know if I can think about the difference, the balance, the account. I sit here having things just look around and go, well, that's what it's like not to be me, but I am me. But what's me? I'm back. What's balance? What's apart? What's together? I don't know. And that's why they created the world like this. Like as an example, my teacher, he's a perfect woman. She always had it. And she created the perfect lineage. And her husband was a creeper. She did it all by herself. I didn't know anything about him. Other than he just asked her as a creepy guy from the phone, like from the back room, hey, you want to go across the street for a Coke? I don't know. I guess what's the harm in it? And then he just fucking raped her. And he just had it. But he didn't know anything either. And he's so lucky. Fucking bastard. With all the love in the world. Fucking bastard. And she's still fucking hot out. There's probably no way in the rest of his life he could be as good as his wife. She's fucking awesome. At the same time, she doesn't know how awesome she is. At the same time, she gives everything and cuts everyone off and is apart from it, and you can't get there. Well, motherfucker, that's so fucking cruel. And I'm between all them places holding it at the spot without being old shit. Apart from holding everybody's shit, and I can explain too. 515. Like, shit. Age doesn't mean anything to me. It's about how somebody cares of themselves. And I see her as she's 18. She's probably as old as my mom. My mom is not active. Ain't nothing like her. She's just like me. And I'm the only accountant student that's adult. But there's one other adult. But she's way 20 years younger. But she's chasing and balancing between every place and has so much to learn. My teacher doesn't have anything to learn. He's already there. He's already the ultimate student, ultimate wife, ultimate husband, ultimate all this. And then I'm surrounded by people that are just like me. And they're 30 years younger than me. They're 16. And I'm like, fuck, what does my skin have to do with anything? I'm 16 too. And if the rules were like, well, a 16-year-old girl took me home. It's like, I like this guy. Can you come home, have dinner with us? And the parents would be like, what? He's almost as old as we are. And they know is, yeah, see, they think that they're mature and they're old and that they have entitlement and they know something. And then their daughter is like, I see love. We're already there. Yeah, with things apart, you two are together. So what the fuck do you know? You know shit. And I'd be willing to wait 2 years, 3 years, 4 years for them to be right, for it to be legal, and spend time because it's about connection and the youthfulness of a relationship. It's about the right one, and you're willing to put in whatever it takes. But the ones that got it all right, just get it all naturally, they're nowhere to be found. Like how my teacher, fuck. I mean, I don't know what her husband does, but all of her kids became teachers, professors. They're all leaders. At the same time as she's still a 15-year-old girl, and I'm a 15-year-old boy, and we can't be together. And she's had 10 kids, and 5 kids or whatever, and she's got 20 grandkids, and she's so awesome. At the same time, it's still chomping at the bit, holding the whole fucking barrel. And I just know zero about her husband. What a lucky motherfucker. And I'm surrounded by children that are like, there's one that every time that I'm not looking, or she'll be looking at me, there's something that pulls us together. And it has nothing to do with age. It's the spirit. And then there's another that, like, we're a perfect fit. I'm just like her. She's just like me. There's no way that they'll ever work out. And I've run the whole circle 10 times. And she's just right at the spot and just barely split apart. And she's like, I'll just hold it there. And the first guy she ends up getting pregnant by or married to will fucking divide it all apart together, and she'll end up becoming somebody new. But everything I find out about her, she's fucking perfect. Will she ever find a perfect guy? I don't know. But I'm right here. But fucking 23 years apart. What does age matter? Because that's just the flesh. And the spirit and mind are one. That no matter how much you could know, how much you experience in the whole world, that it just comes back to even that within is a part. So if you know shit, you don't know shit. If you don't know nothing, then you're fucking the leader. And the leader would be the one that knows everything and would still want to connect with, would automatically be connected to the one that doesn't know anything. Well, the one knows everything and didn't know that they knew anything. And would be a part. Like, what the? So surrounded by love. Even from the males. The males are like, but they got dads that have own shit. They got dads that give them shit. They have vehicles. They have hot girlfriends. And they dump their hot girlfriends. There's all this like interference. They have it all. And they'll end up getting somebody pregnant. And then that person will be feeding off them. And they didn't know what they had in the first place. But their dad gave it to them. And the next 30 years of their life will be trauma. Just get where I'm at as a 15-year-old boy, as a 60-year-old girl, woman, man, equal with the highest and the lowest. And nobody knows a fucking thing. Everyone knows everything. Nobody can get there. How am I ever going to find love? If I'm just in love, I have to push away from everybody else. Everyone that comes up to me is totally in love with me, whether they know it or not. And we never get there. I just be like, we probably should stop talking. Or as soon as I start talking, like, cut me off like my teacher. But I never get to finish any of my stories. Ever. Same time as, yeah. She used to continue her stories, and it happens twice a day. And she has everything to back it up. They're perfect for each other. But obviously we'll never be together. Same with the kids I go to school with. And they call me a kid. But I'm an old man. Not to anybody else that would say. But they're mature. And what's mature? If you think you're entitled, you think you know something, you think you're ahead, you think you're in control and shit, you can boss somebody else around because you made them. I've raised 3 kids, and I have a dead child. I've been married 2 times legally, 1 time's not. But the 1 time not was the most secure relationship I ever had. And what'd she do? She destroyed it on purpose. And then had to circle back around and be like, okay, now I'm forgiven because he made me all this extra money, so now I'm going to pay for him to actually have a place to live. But I wanted to throw him away. But he was everything I ever wanted. And so then I made sure he had somewhere to go. But then everybody else used him and fucking let him die. And then let him come back. But he couldn't die. But he couldn't come back. But I had never actually professed my love to him. But he's all I ever wanted. But I can't go there because I'm insecure. And I got 2 kids. So I'm just going to control it and not control it. And my kids are not going to be raised, but they'll be how they are. And their dads. Yeah, but their dads. Yeah, but their dads. Yeah. I'm a mom. Uh-huh. I'm a mom. Uh-huh. I'm a mom. Uh-huh. And my mom. And my brother. And my dad. Who's dead. Uh-huh. Yeah. Right. How the fuck? Why did God have to take me this fucking far? Just to be like everybody else. Just so, like, the simplest thing is, I get laid at the end of the night. Or I just say, we'll have a good date. And know that I can have a date. Go on dates with the same girl who's 25, 30 years younger than me every day. Or twice a week. Or once a week. Whatever the boundaries are. For the next 3 years. Until she was old enough. And it would be allowed for us to skip the gap. At the same time as, well, we're equal right now. Everybody else is left out. She's leading me, and I'm younger than her. Even though I'm 3 times her age. Right? So how do you balance that shit? It's totally different than Pedophile Island and sex trafficking. And so this is supposed to be balanced in God. The dads don't own their fucking daughters. Mothers don't own their kids. Mothers are the first away from their kids. And dad mom wanted his daughter, and wanted to fucking be free. And so he's the first fucking one out. He didn't get to control the money. He didn't get to have any say about the daughter, or the mother, his wife, or his own mom. At the same time, what good is he for his own fucking sons? Unless he was there to cover their asses, and that would end up turning them into fucking users and freaks and drug addicts, and they would just be, oh, well, it's whatever, and they would still have everything they wanted. Well, Dak protected them. I don't know what any of that shit's like, and I know all of it better than fucking anybody, because, well, that's how it is. Nobody else can say fucking pretend. I don't know what it is to pretend. I got nobody. I don't get to get laid. I don't get to have a girlfriend. I don't get to go on dates. I don't get to have any money. I don't get to have any friends. I don't even get to have a family. Other than, well, you have a roof as long as you don't say shit. You can have, if you ask, you could turn down 9 times out of 10. Or if you get it, it would be like a burden and expected it'll come up. Even if it wasn't expected, it'll come up later. And, well, it's better than being alone out there in the world, and anybody will fucking kill you. It doesn't matter. At the same time as fucking get killed by my own fucking family in my own fucking house, even if I did all the chores for them, because then they make them feel more jealous. Yeah, I know how to run a family and a household better than any of them, but I'm the one that doesn't get to count. I don't get to fucking lead, and anything I don't do, then that's a burden against me. But everything I do doesn't even count. It's barely, okay, almost to the line. It's just enough to, well, if you didn't do anything, I guess you could live here. As long as you never spoke up against me. As long as it never was in my favor. But no matter how much you could do, well, it comes down to life insurance. Or whatever. But I get ultimate power. And I'm going to waste it. And never give it. Yeah. Walk on water, motherfuckers. I don't know. Right? Here we are. What's a boss? Dad. The biggest bitch that ever lived. If God wasn't a woman, that had no body and no mind and no son other than one who's apart from everyone and nobody could ever respect. And anybody who ever could, he could never get there. He was there standing right in front of him. Even if no matter what circumstances. It was the perfect one. And anyway, he'd walk up to, like, try to be a gentleman. She'd disrespect him. And she'd go for the douchebag. He'd walk up to her and be like, hey, look, whatever the mode of the moment was, I'm a tough guy, is the impression she gets. She'd be like, nah, I want a little bitch. It'd always be somebody else. It always not matter. And yet, her whole life she was looking for him. And he could never get anybody. And every woman in the whole world, every man, would want him or want to be him or want to get to him and want to be that. And no one could ever get there. And the ones that were naturally there, whether they took ice or they didn't. Like my teacher, how she never smoked. She probably never done drugs. And she acts like she's on 5 cups of coffee a day. She's pretty. She's intelligent. She gets to tell all her stories. Times 2. Shows everything. And is a leader. And fuck, there ain't nobody else in the building that's better. They could be better for me. But that would never be possible. Okay, so what are my other options? Shit, they're all underage. Well, fuck. What's underage? I'm just looking for the perfect relationship. And it all has to do with connection. And where the boundaries are, who cares? Who cares? But yeah, that absolutely. Absolutely. When everyone has to cross the line and not cross the line, and be there apart and not be there together, and look to me, and I had to come home to be everybody and nobody and God and me and Jesus, and apart from God or me or Jesus or human, and everyone naturally looks to me to be all that, and they don't have to be any of that, and they just are who they are, and fuck it, and they get all the benefits, and I don't get none. And it is what it is. What's gratitude? And sometimes, like, what is it to get laid? Shit, I can jerk off in less than 3 minutes to anything with my eyes closed, looking at a picture, whatever, a video, and it's gone. Good. Get the fuck out of here, desire. Oh, but that's bad, huh? What's the point of putting all this effort and money and time into somebody else when everyone I did put that into, whether it was all about them or not about them, I mean, not being about them, but like comfort. I mean, secure. They always fucked me over. It was always a waste of time either way. And they always took advantage, and they always had what they needed, and they took extra. But what's extra if they never even could commit? So what's commitment? What's love? What's reality? So here we are.